friends, this is Sai Kumar Kortiwada. In this video, we will learn about create element and append element of a document API in JavaScript DOM. I have created all the 16 videos and please watch them before continuing this for better understanding. Let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. Here I have created index.html and index.js. I have embedded my index.js into my index.html by using a script tag by using a differ keyword. To learn more about the differ and async keywords, I'll provide the link in the description. Please watch that video for better understanding. Now, just I want to create some HTML content. Let me consider like a div, and inside this div I need a paragraph and I want to have dynamic content. So this is what I want to showcase in my HTML from my JavaScript. As of now, this is completely from the HTML. Let me go here and check the output. So you got something like a dynamic content. Let me zoom it and you got dynamic content here. So now what I want to do is I just don't want to create a static content from my HTML page. I want to create this complete data from my index.js. So let me go to the index.js and here let me create a const variable with a div element, and now this can be created by using document.createElement. There is a method called as createElement. So this create element will take one property or a tag name that should be created. For example, in this case, I'm using a div tag. So let me use this div tag and let me console this div element. So if you save this and go back and reload the browser, let me open this inspect, go to the console, let me zoom it. So if you see that we have created a div element, and that is what it is already done. And now this div element is not showcased onto the body, but if you remember the previous one, we need one more paragraph as well inside this div. So let me create that paragraph also. Const para element, and inside this element let me use document dot create element of a paragraph tag. So p is the tag name, I'm using the tag name. So let me console this para element as well. Paragraph element. Let me save this and go here. Let me reload. So if you see, I got the paragraph, but inside this paragraph, we need some text, something like dynamic content. So for that sake, we are using a inner HTML, or you can use inner text as well. To know about inner HTML, inner text and the content, you can watch my previous videos for better understanding. Let me go here and assign some text here, something like dynamic content. And now this is an inner HTML. Let me print this paragraph after assigning my dynamic content. Now this paragraph element will have a dynamic content inside this. But if you see here, these two are individual elements. But what my assumption is, I want to put this paragraph inside my div element. For that sake, we come across one more method of document API, that is appendChild. So I want to keep my paragraph inside div element. So div element would be the parent one. So div element dot append child. Inside this, I want to create a child element that is equivalent to my para element. I'm appending paragraph element as a child to this div element. So instead of printing here, let me print that value here, save this and go back, clear it off and reload. So now you got a div element which is created, and inside that we have a paragraph. So let me remove all the remaining consoles and we need only the output content, that is div element. Now everything is fine and this div element is as expected, but it is not showing on the UI. So to show on the UI, we have something like document dot body. So body is a property of a document which is defaultly given by document API, and inside this we can append this child. Why? Because the div element whatever we are creating, that should be inside my body. So in this case, the body will be the parent one and the remaining content, whatever the div content we have which is created by using a div element, that can be a child. So let me use div element, and now the UI will be rendered with this particular div element where the body will be the parent one and div will be the child one. For the div, the paragraph element will be the child one. So let me go back and reload. If you see here, we got the dynamic content which is created here, and if you inspect this, body will be on the top level and inside that we have a div and inside that we have a paragraph. So let me summarize this. So here we are using a create element which is used to create a particular HTML element by using a document API. In the same way, we have something like append child. When we are appending a child, the right side parameter should be your child element, and the left side whatever we are giving, that should be a parent one. So in that way we can assign or we can append our childs into the parent one. So here in this case, document.body is by default given by document API, so we are using document.body property, and inside that body property and I'm appending a child called as a div element. So in this case, body will be the parent, div is the child, and inside that div we have one more child called as paragraph, and that paragraph is having a content called as dynamic content. I spoke about how to assign the values to a properties and an attributes in my previous video. Please check out that for better understanding. In the next video we will see more complex form creations and also how to set the properties to that form, and when the form changes how it triggers to us. So everything we'll see in the upcoming videos. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.